I stand on my 2 feet. I'm in my proper person. I am sovereign. I am man. The flesh lives. The blood flows. I challenge the jurisdiction. And if jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this case.
That would be denied.
Along with the officer and sergeant who are already going to be getting sued. There's no need to add you as well.
Any threats to sue me or to take any action against me, I can't be swayed by that. So
it's not a threat. It's just what it is.
All right, guys. Today's courtroom chaos features a sovereign citizen who's operating on a whole different planet. While the rest of us just show up to court like normal people, this guy kicks things off by proudly announcing he's a living man, standing on his own 2 feet with blood in his veins. Congratulations, sir. That's kind of the minimum requirement for being here. But wait, it gets even better. In a move that absolutely no seasoned attorney would recommend, he actually threatens to sue the judge. Yes, the judge. In the middle of court. Bold strategy. Let's see how that works out for him. This hearing goes completely off the rails, and you honestly have to see it to believe it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this confidence, confusion, or just pure courtroom chaos? Let's dive in and watch how this wild showdown unfolds.
Go ahead and have a seat, please. His rights at arraignment.
My honor. So, for the record, I've made this special visitation under duress pertaining to the matters of Jonathan Troy, Vaifuleaso Maliatoa Schuster. For I am beneficiary, I am sovereign, I am man, the flesh lives, the blood flows. I am a non-U.S. citizen, American national. I am sui juris imperpia persona. I reserve all rights. I do not understand the status, and so I ask you, ma'am, what is your name? What is your nationality, and what is your status?
I'm Judge Grant. I am a citizen, and I'm the judge in this court. You are here subject to appropriate jurisdiction. So you are here for an arraignment. You've been charged with a crime. Today, you will be asked to enter a plea.
Ma'am, I object because a citizen cannot sit a bench, ma'am.
So I'm going to go through the information. It looks like you have been charged with driving with a suspended license, driving without a required ignition interlock device, refusal to comply, not having proper registration on the vehicle, expired over 2 months. And then there was also a driving violation. Wheels were off the roadway. Last 2 are infractions. So,
ma'am, jurisdiction cannot be proven unless status is established. You have not established status. And so if you cannot do that, I challenge the jurisdiction. And if jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this case with prejudice.
That would be denied. So I am going to, at this time, review for probable cause.
Object. Again, I've challenged the jurisdiction, and jurisdiction must be proven.
It's not going to happen today.
Jurisdiction must be proven.
To hear the charges, and I will be reviewing for probable cause, and then we'll make a determination as to whether or not you will remain in custody. And I will hear from the prosecutor as to that.
And if you violate my rights even further, ma'am, as well as the officer and the sergeant that violated my rights, who are also going to be getting sued, it would just add to that. And I don't think that you need to go that route.
While I review this incident report. All right, I do find probable cause with the charges. I will be entering not guilty, please.
Ma'am, you cannot practice law from the bench. I object.
Noted.
You cannot enter a plea for somebody. That is, practicing bench from the law.
Unless you want to enter a plea of guilty, today there'll be a plea of not guilty. I understand you are objecting.
Ma'am, I object. I challenge the jurisdiction. Jurisdiction has not been proven.
Jurisdiction hasn't been proven. Oh, really? Then why are you sitting there in handcuffs, rocking that not-so-glamorous striped jumpsuit? It's almost like you're under the jurisdiction of the state, my guy. This dude has that, I watched 3 YouTube videos, and now I'm a constitutional scholar energy. He's talking like he's about to reveal some earth-shattering legal secret, but it just comes off as scrambled talking points and half-understood buzzwords. He keeps repeating the same script like it's a cheat code that's supposed to unlock the courtroom doors. Meanwhile, the judge looks like they've heard this exact monologue about 100 times before. Honestly, I kind of wish the judge would just calmly remind him. It's not the court's job to disprove your claims. It's your job to actually prove them. If you're going to walk into court challenging jurisdiction, you might want more than internet slogans and vibes. He's not the most outrageous sovereign citizen we've seen, but he's definitely not leading the class either. What do you guys think? Misguided confidence or just recycled courtroom fantasy? Let's jump back in.
Status has not been proven or established. And once again, you haven't even established, your nationality or your status. I am a non-U.S. citizen, American national by way of America Samoa. I reserve all my rights.
Is this something that we need to consider a competency evaluation for?
We may need to consider ordering ability to proceed, but it looks like you have a driver's license that recently expired.
To question my competency because I'm establishing status and asking you to prove jurisdiction is outrageous. And so, again, if jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this with prejudice based on the grounds that you cannot prove jurisdiction.
All right, I've reviewed this. You were driving in the city of Lake Forest Park. You were violating
Again,
laws.
I was not driving. Again, I have rights.
You were behind.
And my rights were violated.
Traveling.
My rights were violated. My right to travel freely unencumbered was violated. There was no emergency in which the officer needed to put on his red and blue lights. And so, again, if status cannot be set, jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
That's denied. So you've made your record. Right now, I'm going to directly appoint counsel from the bench. Ms. McDonald.
Again, I am sui juris in propria persona. I stand on my 2 feet. I'm in my proper person. And so I reserve all my rights.
I understand that, and I've acknowledged that. I'm not dismissing your case today. I'm going to hear from Ms. McDonald as to the city's position on release.
Yes, Your Honor, I am going to be asking that the bail remain the same. It looks like it's currently set at $2,000. I do have some concern regarding his willingness and ability to reappear if he was released on his own recognizance, as well as concerned about community safety and risk of reoffending, given his temperament in the court today.
And Your Honor, Mr. Schuster would ask the court to release him on his own recognizance. These are not violent offenses. I don't see that he has any convictions for violent offenses. There was an assault from 2021 that was dismissed. He may have a view of the law that is different than the city's, but that in itself does not indicate that he won't come to court or that he would in any way try to subvert court proceedings. So we'd ask the court to release him on standard conditions.
Well, the court can consider whether or not Mr. Schuster is likely to reappear for future court hearings. What I hear from him today is that he completely objects to this court having any jurisdiction. I don't have a good faith basis that Mr. Schuster will return if I were to release him.
There's just no way this guy walks out of here and suddenly turns over a new leaf. You can see it in his attitude. Zero accountability, zero concern, just the same recycled script on repeat. It feels like if he got released today, we'd be seeing him right back in that same chair tomorrow. He carries himself like consequences are optional, like he genuinely believes the rules are for everyone else. The confidence is wild, not the good kind, either. More like the kind that gets you in the exact same trouble over and over again, that it's honestly baffling watching someone act like the law is just a suggestion. Meanwhile, the judge has to sit there and decide what to even do with someone who clearly isn't taking any of this seriously. At some point you have to wonder, how does the system handle people who refuse to acknowledge it in the first place? What do you guys think? Second chance or stricter consequences? Let's jump back into the video and see how this plays out.